The first 2 seasons recording a lot of it together, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
And which isn't totally common. It actually is pretty uncommon.
What's funny too is when they're on one of their sort of rants and they're just catching up and talking and, you know, going off, Andrea will turn to us. They can't hear it. She's like, I'm about to yell at them right now. So they're getting along a little too well right now. We got to rein them in. And then she opens the button. She's like, shut up.
It's hard. It's hard sometimes. You get so excited to see each other.
You see the camaraderie that they genuinely have in the booth, and that carries through the performances 100%. For me, you know, we tend to get bogged down in the day-to-day. You know, sort of in between recordings, we're going back to the studio and we're slogging away at our desks and we're doing the stuff. And so it gets easy to kind of get a little just bogged down in the work. But every once in a while, I'll step back and I'll go, I mean, we're doing aliens and robots basically like punching each other in the face. And then giant epic, you know, sort of space opera that there's nothing that can beat that.
The coolest job in the world.
It's the coolest job.
Did anybody go to the panel this morning and watch that? Did you believe those fight sequences? Like,
I know, right?
It's like blown away.
Alright, I've got a bit of a 2-part answer. The first is really being able to make this show as it is, because before streaming not so long ago, we worked in an industry where every episode had to be kind of self-encompassed, and you really couldn't tell these long, amazing stories that are serialized and with like real evolution of characters. That kind of was something that was out of reach for us. We're like, oh, that would be really awesome, but we can't do it. So getting the ability to do that was incredible. And then the second part is seeing how these characters played by these amazing actors and drawn by these amazing artists affect and influence the fans, and just, you know, how much they appreciate it, how much they relate to it, and just seeing all you guys so energetic and enthusiastic and doing all these amazing cosplays and the work you put into it. It's just really heartwarming.
To deal with it.
Freaking with your fans going and everything, it makes it all worth it, because it's a lot of hard work, but the payoff is right in front of us.
We've got another question in the back.
Alright, so a lot of you wanted me to ask this question. So we know Paige's real name is Katie Holmes, and we know Shiro's full name is Takasha Shirogane. But what are the other 3 paladins' last/full names?
So I pitched to Joaquin, but he wasn't necessarily on board, that Keith's last name is Kruger. I believe was Voorhees. And then Lance was, what's the third one? Myers.
Yes.
Some of you might be too young for those.
Which I thought he'd be on board, because he's down with those movies, but he was like,
It's not officially canon.
And I think legally it's probably...
Can we do a Halloween episode?
We might run out of problems.
I pitched Keith Bobby as his last name.
I think that's
Banana Fanafosi that just keeps going. It's tough, you know, those characters are so iconic with their like single names, and then for certain reasons, you know, we sort of gave the other ones their full names because it was part of their backstory. Part of me thinks that you might ruin a little bit of the magic if you find out exactly what their last name is, but it might be out there. It's floating out there.
Don't we know Lance's though?
Lance Bovance was last I heard.
Banana Fanafosi is really key.
My moments?
I'm gonna say, like, that was one of those things I wasn't expecting from the community, that is such a point of contention and stuff, and it's also this amazing thing because they all come up with their own last names for them, and then they have this, like, really poignant reason why, and it's just so incredible. So I feel the, like, thing that at this point, like, how do you even give them a different last name when people have already kind of built that up for themselves?
There's that, and that's the crazy thing is that, you know, you guys being creative in fandom, you guys are basically the future of the industry. Like, half the people that are, you know, creating those stories in their own headcanons and all that stuff, you guys are going to be writing the stories that we'll be watching, that we'll be working with you guys someday.
Also, how about this? If these guys actually come up with proper last names, that means that every last name that everyone else has come up with is suddenly wrong.
Right.
So if they never do, you can't have a wrong name, which I think is cool.
No wrong answers. No wrong answers here. We got another question?
Yes, my question, oh god, I'm sorry. Okay. If you had to make your own, like, Voltron pun, I guess, what would it be and why?
Wow.
Oh boy.
I wish we had our director Eugene up here, because he's the best with the puns. Eugene, if you're out there, shoot me some
Funny stuff. I wish we could somehow form together like a giant pun called Puntron.
days when we were originally pitching the show, there was a lot of like lion's share of the work going around and be like, lion's share, wink wink, because it's about lions.
We have one very elusive lion, a rather elusive lion in the universe, the brown lion. I don't know if you guys know about the brown lion.
Shows up when things are tense.
Brown lion shows up when everything gets really, really heavy, or if anybody is under a lot of strain. Brown lion shows up and eases the situation. No, it's not what you think. He's there. He's a hero of sorts. He only shows up when you really need him to. And he's not there when you don't want him to be there, which is the most important thing.
That's the most important thing.
Does he show up after you go to the voltron truck?
He might. Depends.
Can we get all the mice to like form their own much smaller robot? You can call it voltron.
That's what their on the road show is called.
Yes.
All right, well, it's about time to get this cosplay going on.
Yes. All right. Yes, we're gonna keep this simple. We're gonna have you each one at a time point and bring someone up here, and we are going to award them with a Voltron gift bag that has Voltron themed pint glasses and an apron all in a bag.
A lot of pressure.
We already did. Oh, they're ready.
Space Mall
We're ready,
Aurora.
we're ready for them.
Wow.
We're gonna bring them on up on. We're gonna bring them on to the stage, and we're gonna bring them up one by one, and y'all are gonna judge. So here we go. Here's the mic.
They picked the finalists. So here comes our first finalist.
We got a Korean. I think we can. I think we just did. Korean looking proper.
Here we go. Some more.
Which hagar? Everyone's least favorite Altean. Up next we got
Real dude.
You win. This guy wins. You won.
Just hiding behind us.
excellent.
That's about right.
Go, Dad.
Fantastic. No Space Mall Lord. Did she not make it?
There she is.
And then we
Come on
got
up. We got
6 finalists.
We're just cheating it. We're breaking the rules.
That's what we do here at Voltron.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right, it's
Amazing
time for you
beans.
guys to judge.
So we can do this 2 ways. So how many things do we have to give out? 5? We have 5. So why don't we do this? Each cast member picks, and then we're gonna have the audience pick the final one. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 finalists, 5 winners.
We threw up the curve. We'll give
Yeah.
whoever doesn't get a thing a thing.
We'll figure it out. I think
We'll
they're all.
find a thing for them.
We'll figure a thing out. Yeah, we'll make it work. But let's start with Lauren.
I gotta pick a thing.
You gotta pick.
Oh my
Pick your
goodness.
favorite.
This is very difficult. I feel so much pressure. All right, I'm torn between my dearest Space Mall Laura and Shiroslav here. I gotta go with Laura. I'm sorry. I love Laura.
Bravo.
Very good. I'm going for sure Shiro the hero.
I'm gonna have to go with Hagar. The horror.
There's like a posture down.
It's intimidating.
Well, I mean, obviously, Hunk and Pidge. Pidge and Hunk? What was it? Pidge and Hunk?
Yeah.
Pigeon Hunk.
There, that's my pun. Bam.
Okay.
They came out as a single entity, right? You guys come up together?
So, yeah, group. They even know each other.
Can you guys share your prize?
It's Hunk. It's Hunk.
It's like
Hunk.
a Stanley
It's
Cup.
Hunk.
You just mail it to each other at the end.
So you got Hunk?
All right, so we're gonna go by applause level for our grand prize winner. Are we doing it from all of these finalists as well? Like one of them gets an even grander prize? Cool, excellent. That's how it's gonna go. One of you is gonna get an upgraded prize. All right, we're gonna start with Koran. Give it up for Koran. Which Hagar? Pretty good. Hunk.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pidge. Allura.
We got a battle
And
now.
Shiro.
Yeah!
Wow.
So hard to tell.
That was so hard to tell. Okay. I'm gonna actually, like, let's see her again. Karan. Shiro.
Yeah!
I think I heard Karan. I think Karan's your winner.
Yeah!
Congratulations. Excellent. You won our grand prize. Everyone else is also getting prizes. Congratulations. You all look amazing.
You guys are all winners.
Yes, amazing, all of you.
Good. All right. Thank you all so much. We're going to have you, like, lead off that
Thanks,
way.
guys.
Congratulations, man!
Awesome. Awesome. So awesome.
Fantastic. Well, I wanted to thank you, Lauren, thank you, Joaquin, thank you, Vex, thank you, Tyler, for coming out and hanging out with us
Our pleasure.
on this warm summer day. Thank you, everyone out in the audience and
thanks for
everyone
coming.
watching at home.
The sun, thank you so much.
You guys are the best.
Yes, you guys, it really is like one of the best fandoms ever. This is like
Totally.
one of the all-time greatest. Like, you guys are so amazing. Voltron on Netflix premieres August 4th, season 3. Get hyped for it. Anything more coming from you guys out of Comic-Con? Or are you guys off for that?
No, I'm actually on Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency this year with Alan Chudik. We joined them. We're doing the panel on Sunday at the Hall H with Kevin Smith moderating. So come if you can.
Kind of a big deal.
It's a big one. You guys
It's a big
are
one, yeah.
Signing tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to line up now if you want to get into that Hall H panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. You have to like sleep out there now. Cool. And then you guys will be doing signings tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes,
got a
I wish
signing.
we had the exact time frames for you.
Yeah, it's up in the sales pavilion in the signing area. And that's all I know.
There you go. Let's check that out. All right, we'll be back again at 4 p.m. to wrap up to the first day of Comic-Con with all the biggest news. Thank you again, cast and crew of Voltron, for coming out. Thank you guys.